Alright, we're moved into World 4, and the game is getting pretty deep by now. You've unlocked a bunch of characters. I really hope people play the different characters. I think that they do, based on anecdotal evidence of watching them play and leaderboards and things, but I really hope they try Shiitake anyway, because she's so much fun. This level was... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, those mines are just really fun to play with, and laying them in the right spot and having the enemy walk into them just feels really good.
Yeah, she's probably one of the most tactile characters to play as. That sensation of every shot just feels so strong.
Yeah, especially when you line up a whole whack of robots all in a row.
I really like this level. It's one of the larger levels, and it feels like it's almost one of the most representational levels in the game, where you get a big mix of enemy types, a lot going on, the level's constantly shifting, but you kind of can really cut loose.
It also has a very simple concept that ends up in a lot of complex situations, which is a hallmark of the better levels in the game for me. So the platforms that are shifting out are just kind of ones that aren't near you, so they're not going to cause them most. They have no enemies, you're not on them, that kind of thing. So you can actually control which platforms drop away and which ones fall in if you're paying really close attention. But by having this simple nature of how they react like that, and then having a lot of variance in the type of platforms that can change, I find that it creates enough chaos that it's really exciting all the time. So I like that about it too.
I find World 4, which is set outside the ship, is one of the most interesting visually, probably the most ambitious worlds, I think, which is kind of cool. Like, it feels like you've worked up to this epic. You can see the ship in the background, you can see stars at times. It's a really nice feel compared to the, from going from inside to outside.
I know in the music I tried to really push the sci-fi sound of it, and thinking about being floating around in outer space. Certainly at the beginning part of the song just makes me think that.
I think the World 4 music is my favorite stage music, and second favorite track of the entire game behind Little Android, which just makes me crack up every time I hear it. Whenever you watch anybody play the game, like somebody picked it up and they're streaming and they don't know me, somebody who has no connection to me, and they play it and I watch, and eventually they get to a stage that's too hard and they die. They put the controller down for 20 seconds and it starts singing at them about not feeling their face or their fingers and different things. That is a golden moment.
It's pretty good.
It sneaks up on people because it takes so long for the vocal to come in, so they just think it's just moody music.
Well, they'll miss it the first few times.
Yeah,
like Nat says, it's only when they sit to it. I love the art style of this whole world is actually based on space stations and solar panels and stuff like that. Keeping an orange theme, because each world has its own color palette. But I was really proud of how this one managed to kind of channel some of that kind of International Space Station imagery in its own way.
I think it's great. It's hard to use orangey brown and make a cool looking art style, but it works really well here.
Shut down. Post